Hey, everybody, welcome to Peak Shade. It's Monday. It's Mugshot Monday. It's Malfeasance Monday. It's Meatloaf Monday. It's the Monday
Mhm.
after Thanksgiving. And I have to
Yes.
tell you, I was just listening, Keisha, to a very funny
Mhm.
podcast where the podcaster was talking about all the food they had eaten out of their refrigerator and at a
Mhm.
movie and in their home. And it was you. It was you.
Look, I ate so bad. I had a flare up yesterday
I was
just from
listening to it thinking,
days.
oh no, she's going to have a flare up.
I
She's eating all
did.
that stuff.
My face hurt
Oh
so
God,
bad
Keisha.
that I was just like, I couldn't even get out of bed for like an hour and a half because my body hurt so bad. I'm like, I help. Like someone come please check on me because I need assistance right now.
I
And
know.
all the fuckers just let me sleep. And so I finally got up. I said, I've eaten Mary Payne, a pretzel this big. It
I
was in
heard
a
you
T-shirt
discussing
box.
this. I heard you discussing this on your podcast, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't want that pretzel, but maybe I do want that
Oh
pretzel."
God. It was like Jesus Christ himself said, I got this pretzel. I'm gonna bake this pretzel myself and
Uh,
give it to Keisha. It was
oh.
so freaking good. But I have eaten like a gutter raccoon. I cannot do it anymore. I'm done. My stomach doesn't know what to do. My body doesn't know what to do. It's just, and I'm afraid to get on the scale. I am
Yeah, well,
scared to
don't,
death
don't,
to get on
don't.
the scale.
No, give it 1 week. Give it a week and let
Ooh,
your body recalibrate. Don't get on a scale. Don't do that to yourself. See,
it's bad.
because I'm not like a Thanksgiving food person, and
Hmm.
because we only had the 4 of us and we just had like a nice meal and like sat in our dining room, and did that.
Hmm.
That was it. So, we have like leftover flank steak, but everything else we made just for that meal, so everything's gone except for the pecan pie that Dave made, which is real damn good. Real good.
Yeah, no, it was a big feast. My mom overdoes it every single time. We had the best Thanksgiving. My dad was so drunk when he left. Let me tell you, this motherfucker swayed. Okay. I was like, wait. And my dad is really a big guy. If you guys look on my Instagram page, you'll
Yeah.
see a picture of him. He's a big guy. He used to be a professional bodybuilder.
Oh my
So
god.
it's like not like you can just catch him or anything like that. So then he's leaving. We have to send my stepmom to go bring the truck up as close as she can to get
So
him out.
funny.
He's bear hugging me where I'm like, I
And
can't breathe. He's like,
you're like, we're both gonna go down.
and he's like, I love you to fucking death. You don't
Mm-mm.
understand. I love you to fucking death. That's good. He called me the next morning because he was supposed to go hunting, and I could hear that he clearly was not. I'm like, where are you? He goes, my ass was so goddamn drunk. He goes, I didn't even make it out the house this morning. James's dad is a professional drinker. So I
Mm.
know my dad had 10 drinks that I know of. We were
Mm-mm.
all drinking. James was making espresso martinis.
Oh
It was just
Lord.
old fashions, but we had a damn good time. But
Yeah.
my system is shot to shit. Like, I gotta have a talk with my body. Like, we have to get, I mean, it is bad. I was up at 11:30 at night eating a fucking peach praline pie with vanilla ice cream. Mary Payne, I
Mary,
don't even like vanilla ice cream like that. It's just, it was here.
it's so funny. First of all, I was surprised that you said praline instead of praline. That was
Praline, yeah,
yeah,
I
that was
do.
surprising.
Yeah. But I
And
say pecan, not pecan.
yeah, well, that's good. But I was laughing so hard. I listened to like the first 10 minutes of it.
Yeah.
I was telling Keisha before we started, guys, I was up in my closet. So because we've been doing this bathroom renovation, we have all this storage now in our bathroom. So it's a process. And I go in there and I just stare at those new cabinets. I'm like, ooh, what's gonna go
Can't
there?
wait.
Ooh, what's gonna go there? But I can't do anything about it. So I've been in my closet and I got out my label maker and I'm labeling like a crazy person. I've got a pile of t-shirts, like literally it's
Uh-huh.
like Grateful Dead t-shirts,
Oh, wow.
Pink Shade t-shirts,
Mm-hmm.
other concert and band t-shirts, Ole Miss and Bald Head Island shirts, and then miscellaneous shirts. Those are my t-shirt piles. Okay.
That's a lot of t-shirts.
It's a lot of, well, I only have those categories though, is what I've learned. I don't have any random. It's all, those are categories. And then I was like, okay, and I got leggings and I got light sweatpants. I got heavy sweatpants. I was like,
Wow.
what's happening? I was so excited in my closet with my label maker. So excited.
Yeah. And when she told me that, I call her James Owens because
Does he love a label maker?
Oh my God. He's gotten cussed out
Oh,
because of that damn label maker.
okay. Well, listen, I love a label maker.
I don't need a label on my toothpaste. I know it's toothpaste.
Okay,
It has
well,
a whole sign that says toothpaste on it. Like, I don't need a label. Stop.
No, I don't need that. But I just like when I get like a closet organization or something going, I like to put a little label. It's like if you ever rent an Airbnb or a beach house or anything, and you go in and there are labels like wine glasses, coffee cups, large serving, blah, blah, blah. I like that because then when you empty the dishwasher, like, I can't remember where I got this thing, and you just throw it anywhere, you know?
Yeah, that does help in that scenario. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm having issues with my bangs.
Your bangs are fine. I barely even, I threw 3 curls in my hair and ran downstairs because I forgot we were recording. We're recording earlier than usual.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm hoping at the end of next week, I'm going to be back in my office. I got to get back in my office. Yeah, that's
going to almost be weird to see you back in your office again. I've kind of gotten used to you being in the basement.
I know. I got to get back in my office. I can't take this cavernous thing behind me. It's too much for me. Now, guys, this week on Life After Lockup, we had a lot of Instagram, Facebook Live fighting going on amongst our cast members. Now, mostly we're talking about Zeruiah and Troy and Yona and Karen.
It's been like a daily thing.
Can you make a heads or tails of exactly like what it started? People are doing lives. People are posting screenshots. I was trying to figure it out. Okay.
I will do my best with, I think all these people are crackheads in a way. When they're on live, it sounds like they're all high. They really sound high. Their stories don't match up. They don't flow. So we've got Karen, who is on TikTok live basically all day, every day. If you just want to watch Karen do everything that a Karen does, just get on TikTok and she is on there. Sometimes she leaves the fucking room and it's just like, is she coming back? So, so she just left. Okay. So
she had to pee during her TikTok live. So
it's like, where did she go? And I don't watch her lives like the whole time, but I'll scroll TikTok and like, okay, there's Black Karen. What's she doing today? So there's one where it's Yona, who has not had any social media until very recently.
Okay.
Like within like the last couple of weeks. So she's on Karen's live. Karen's in the background. And she is talking to Big Troy. They're going back and forth, talking about the episode, talking about baby Troy, what Yana's not gonna do, and they're just like really going at it. And then I look, I'm like, is she on the baby's fucking iPad? Because I see the iPad cover and it's pink and blue and I'm like, how are you cussing someone out on your child's iPad? That just seems so weird. I was like, I gotta get done. So then Troy is always going on there, and Mary Payne, he is so fucking high. Yeah. Every time he's on there, it's like, what, he can't put 2 and 2 together with his own conversation. He's like, I'm a man. I just got out of prison. I'm just trying to do right. I've got an OnlyFans now. Y'all need to check out my OnlyFans.
What's he doing on the OnlyFans? Somebody's got to tell us.
Someone has got to take one for the team. It ain't going to be me.
No.
Someone's got to take one for the team out there and tell us what could possibly, if he's not teaching us how to roll up weed, I don't need to see anything about Troy on OnlyFans. Like, unless he's smoking a joint with his fucking toes, like what else can he do? What else is there? Like,
I don't
get it. Oh, okay.
I mean,
maybe. I mean, if there's lots of girth and length there, I mean, tell us about it. We want to know, but
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to know, but I think if you're on OnlyFans as a guy, I mean, generally that's what you have to do, because girls at least can post like super sexy pictures without actually showing anything. But Guys really, no, they really
But
can't.
there's so many categories of OnlyFans. Like there's I'm about to get on there. There's something on there. I'm just kidding. But this girl says she made $43 million on OnlyFans.
People do. People make a lot of money. But I mean, like Dorinda and Sonia are from Real Housewives of New York on OnlyFans. You could be on there and just be like, I'm going to show you my recipes, and then you like talk shit and people think they're getting like an inside scoop.
Okay, I need to do something. I need for these people to teach me their ways because I want to make $43 million a year on OnlyFans.
I know. I'd like to do that too because then I could really get my beach house and I wouldn't have to worry about all my financing and my saving. Yeah, I could just get one.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So then there was like a weird text message exchange between Yona and Zeruiah. Part of it sounded like they were girlfriends.
Yes, it did.
I really did. I was kind of like, okay, is there some kind of threesome thing going on here? Because there's times that you can tell that Troy and Yona had like pillow talk conversation a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And then you have Zeruiah and Yona who are like, I mean, they sounded like they were girl crushing on each other. They were talking shit about Karen,
and they sounded like they were like besties or like cousins or sisters. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think Zeruiah sent Yona $100 for her birthday. And she's all like, welcome to the 30 club. You're the best. You're this, you're that. And then all of a sudden, Yona's like, don't speak on my child's name.
Right. Because Zeruiah was talking about Yona having another kid with somebody else.
And that's literally all she said was that the son was, and she's like, don't speak on my son's name. As a matter of fact, don't talk about Troy either. So it went real left, real quick. It's a mess. These people are weird. They really, as bad as they are on television, they are weirder in real life.
Yeah. I saw one thing where one of them said to the other, like, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is our family on television. This is not what we want to portray. We all need to respect each other. And then it was like, don't speak on my child. I'll come and fucking kill you. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What happened?
They all like that go left. And Troy is not even the same person on social media that he is on the show at all.
On the show, he's half comatose.
Well, he oftentimes will make some sense too, but when he's on social media, he's a hot fucking mess. It's bad. I'm like, what is going on? His eyes are he's always exceptionally high.
Yeah, well, maybe he gets exceptionally high and then thinks now's a great time. Now's a great time to speak my truth to the people.
No.
Well, let's start this recap. If you're watching guys on YouTube, you may see my husband walk in and out the back door. You may
not Dave with the thighs. I hope he has on shorts.
He does have on shorts. He's
coming. Tell him to walk past a few times. Go on, Dave. Go on. Show off them thighs.
His shorts aren't that short. You know what I'm saying?
Tell him to hike him up a little bit. Give us a good show. Ratings will go through the roof.
You're so crazy. Oh my God. He might come in from the gym. I told him, I was like, yeah, you could come in. Just like, don't speak. Just run behind me. Every day I've been recording this week as I'm sitting here because in my background is the stairs that go upstairs and the workers come down here to use this bathroom. I don't know why. This is where they come. And I'll be sitting here and a worker will come down the stairs, go into that bathroom and be in there for like 10 minutes. And then he'll come out and go back up there. And I'm recording. I'm like, sure, just come on down. Poop in the bathroom while I'm sitting here. I don't mind. Go ahead. There's lots of other bathrooms you had to pass on the way to get here. But okay.
Well, because they wanted to poop where like the least amount of people. You don't want your coworker to know you're pooping.
I know. Well,
that's funny.
Maybe you didn't hear it. You heard the story about the guy that, well, because you don't listen to the podcast. Who did I tell it to? I guess.
Okay, to be fair, I don't listen to my own podcast.
Well, I know.
I'm currently not listening to any podcast right now, which is really weird.
I think I actually saved that story and told it to Amy on the weekend, the $5 Prime. But basically what happened was when we were out of town, a worker got violently sick from both ends in our powder room and stained our powder room wallpaper. And now they're having to replace it at their own costs because it is stained from whatever happened in that bathroom when we were at the beach. And when I tell you, I don't do well with that. And
we know.
Anna came home because she was like back and forth when we were at the beach. She was dog sitting or whatever. And she came home and was like, took a video of the wall and was like, I don't know what this is all over the wall.
Do you still have the video?
Oh, yeah.
You have got to send that to me.
I'll send you the one with her cursing because I made her redo it with no cuss words so I could send it to Eileen.
Yeah, I want the raw version of it.
Yeah.
I want the raw.
What the fuck is this?
Gross.
Yeah.
That's kind of...
It's real gross.
I feel bad for him.
You're right.
But that's still fucking gross.
I was like, say what now? Say what on my wall? What is it? Yeah.
Of all the people's walls to do any of that on, yours just...
Oh, I had so many listeners reach out and go, well, let me tell you a worse story about things that happened in their house. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay.
What? So basically this guy, he couldn't make it. I was like, couldn't make it to where? Was he trying to poop and vomit on my front porch? Couldn't make it to where? What do you mean? He ran down the stairs and only made it to the powder room. The only other place to go was out the front door. Was he trying to do it on my porch? What do you mean couldn't make it?
Well, sometimes I think guys prefer to throw up like outside. I think I just made that up.
I don't know, but that wouldn't be great either, being that we have dogs. Are you like, come on now.
It's just
the story's getting worse. I apologize.
It is. It's getting worse. You're gonna make yourself sick.
I know. I've gotten over it. But the other day, Anna's friend was in town for Thanksgiving, and she took her in. Anna took her into the bathroom. Was like, "Here's where it happened." Yeah.
You should sell tickets for people to come. If you want to come see, $5 a ticket.
I think I actually put the video, the cleaned up version of the video, where Anna goes, the first one, she was like, Mom, I don't know what the fuck this is. I just came in the bathroom and there's stuff all over the wall. And I'm like, is it water? Is it leaking? Like, I don't even know, but this definitely wasn't here yesterday. And she has a video.
Try to clean it?
She didn't try to clean it. No. But
no, he tried to clean it.
Oh, yeah. They had cleaned the whole bathroom, but they just missed the wallpaper. I guess they had to clean the entire bathroom, Keisha.
Oh, God, that's bad. Oh, what did he eat?
I don't know, but okay, we're done. We're
done.
All
right. I need that diet. I need that diet that he had to get all this Thanksgiving shit out of my system.
Oh, girl, you need to put a little Miralax in your coffee. Okay. This holiday season, I know exactly what you should get the gamer in your life. A gift they'll love that also gives you some time to do what you love. It's the Turtle Beach Gen 3 Stealth 700. Say that fast 3 times. The Turtle Beach Gen 3 Stealth 700 headset is a perfect win-win. This headset has crystal clear audio, maximum comfort, and an 80-hour battery. The gamer in your life will be completely immersed in their game, and that means you're going to finally get some uninterrupted you time. This really can apply to like your kid or your sibling or your partner, whoever is the gamer in your house. In my house, it is my son. And y'all, I got this headset. He's 19 years old. And before I could wrap it up, he saw it and he lost his mind. He was so excited. He said Turtle Beach makes the best headsets and he loves it because of the long battery life. Listen, I know there's been times when he's been down here on the Xbox, gotten mad because his headset died right in the middle of a game, okay? So with this new headset, he won't have that problem. It lasts 80 hours. And then he started dropping hints. He was like, Turtle Beach has other stuff. They don't just have amazing headsets. They got that other gaming stuff like flight simulators and controllers and keyboards. You guys remember when Isaac Plath had that whole flight simulator set up in his house and now he's a pilot? Yeah, okay, that's a sidebar. Anyway, get the ultimate immersive gaming experience with Turtle Beach today. For a limited time only, head to turtlebeach.com and use code PINKSHADE for 10% off your entire order, okay? 10% off your entire order at turtlebeach.com with promo code PINKSHADE. Don't delay, get the perfect gift now. Happy holidays from Turtle Beach. Life After Lockup, Season 5E, Episode 49. So next episode will be the finale, and it's going to be episode 50. So we would have had 50 episodes in Season 5.
They need to stop.
It's like some Love Island shit. Like, come on now, 50 episodes? Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So,
but we've recorded all 50.
We sure have. Yeah. This episode is called High Risk Lies.
Okay.
So I don't quite understand what that means. High risk lies.
That's from Justine being high risk. And then
Okay.
the lies are coming. Well, they all lie. So we've got Joe and his lies. We've got Robert and his line about his mama not being hit first. There's Daniel
Girl.
with his lies. So there was a lot
Yeah.
of lying going on.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right. Good job, Keisha. Good way to bring it all together for me.
Bring it all home. Thank you.
Bring it all home. So, all right, let's start with who we were just talking about, Zeruiah and Troy. So these two are having a calm conversation now for some reason. We've gotten over the anger, and he's saying like he's just mad because he didn't get to see his daughter. And then she says she's mad because she thought he was texting girls. And she's like, I still don't know who you were texting. Now, we never even saw him say to her, like, I was making a poster, which he meant a poster for you about how much I love you for your birthday. He never even told her all that.
Well, when did he have a chance between him hiding in the bathroom, trying to figure out a way to go pick up his kid and his mom, and her spazzing out on him? I mean, the boy was hiding in a bathroom. He's scared.
Yeah, you're right. He's scared. So, so she says, look, I apologize for all my crazy behavior, and all I can do is ask for forgiveness. And we're here for the community to show that Project Heal is for the community. Project Heal is for the community and their needs. Now, how they signed up 50 kids, I have no idea. These are 10 real kids and 40 fake kids, because there was not even 30 people at this event. She was like,
they need to verify all that shit.
She's like, we feed the community, we give them free food, we explain what our thing is doing. And I was like, listen, in theory, I love all that. Get people to come for the free food, explain they've got services for their kids. So the kids, if they need mental health issues, and so they don't end up in prison, or if they've, done some time in juvie, how to help them from going back. All of it is a great idea.
Yeah.
But we never saw never more than 10 people. So how did they sign up 50 kids?
Yeah, I think they had Troy did 10. He wrote some with his right hand. He wrote some with his left hand.
Well, I'm like, did they sign up 10 kids that each had 5 siblings? Like, I'm like, I don't know.
We just didn't see that many. The people that we saw looked like they were there for the free meal. Hey, I ain't got to cook tonight. So
yeah, that's right.
Over here, you can do the bounce house and get a hamburger, and we're out. Yeah.
So now, it's the next day, I guess. And Troy and Zeruiah are both outside in these bucket hats. And he's smoking weed, of course. And my God, what did they say? Today is the day we're going to find the most insane bucket hats that we can find and look completely crazy. Yeah, now, I like a bucket hat, but I don't need both people to be wearing a bucket hat.
They're one of those couples that, they are like a cheaper version of Mike and Justine when they did all that goddamn matching.
Yeah, you're right.
It's too much.
You're right. And so she was like, listen, I know my behavior yesterday was insane, but we got 50 kids to sign up, or 5, depending on if you add that 0.
She probably yelled at everyone, and yelled and scared the people, and they went home and just had people sign the shit and bring it back. We're like, this crazy girl, we ate her hamburger. We got to take back something. Just sign it, so we can take it back.
She let me take 2 hamburgers home for dinner.
Exactly.
And the talking head, she says, okay, well, no. So these two were going to go, meet with Yona to see baby Troy. Mm-hmm. And she says, we have to go into it with a good mindset. We have to go, there goes go into it with a good mindset. And so, cause he was like, I don't know, I'm so mad at her, blah, 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 blah. And then talking head, she goes, I take full responsibility for him seeing his daughter. Like, it's my fault.
Yes, so it was.
So she says, listen, I have no problem with Yona, and I want you guys to be able to co-parent, and I want you to have a relationship with your daughter. So all of a sudden, she's got no problem with Yona. Mm-hmm. She wants him to co-parent because she realizes she acted such a fool yesterday, and he did miss out on seeing his daughter.
Yeah, she completely, to me, that is cause for a breakup. My kid and my mom are waiting at a bus station or train station for me to pick them up. And you basically are telling me I cannot leave. You're holding me hostage here. You won't let me fucking drive the car to go pick up my kid. That's bad. She's jealous of this little girl, I think.
Yeah. I think she's it's weird. So they go to the park to wait. And just remember, he's just baked out of his mind because we've just seen him.
Yes, he is.
So Yona walks up and Troy says, "Where my daughter at?" And she says, "Well, you owe her an apology." And he goes, "I can't apologize if she ain't here."
I mean, that's true. And let me say, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Four Brothers.
No.
Okay. So it's a really good movie. Mark Wahlberg stars in it. And this was a Bobby Mercer moment. Okay. Because there's this they're about to have this big fight between two different groups. And Mark Wahlberg, Bobby Mercer walks on ice because they're on ice because he's getting ready to kick some ass. That's how Yona walked into this situation at the park. Like, I am fully ready to whoop somebody's ass. All I got to do is take my purse off real quick. I mean, she came there for a fight. That is how you dress when you're about to fight someone.
But I mean, also remember, is it like a 3-hour drive? I mean, it's not super close for her to be driving back and forth. And because I felt like they said it was like an hour and a half on the train. So that probably means it's like a 3-hour drive. Yeah. So, so Yona says, look, we have a kid together. I don't have a kid with your wife, and we need to learn to co-parent, and I don't need to talk to her. And
I agree.
Now, did you notice at that point, like they do on these shows, they make you turn your shirt inside out if it's logo? Did you see all the Disney characters? It was a Disney t-shirt.
It was Disney? Oh, okay. I couldn't tell what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, you were able to tell it was Disney characters.
It's Mickey Mouse, but backwards. I mean, I could see it.
Yeah. I just saw it was like they made her turn her shirt inside out. Okay.
So, in the talking head, Yona says, I don't have a need to talk to Zeruiah. She divorced one inmate and married another. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I was like, okay.
I mean, that does let you know a person is a little bit touched when that's just like their thing. Okay. Like, that is not normal at all.
So Yona says to Troy, we need to talk regular, like me and you. Like, we need to talk just to us. We got to earn some stability here. And I don't feel safe with her. You know, like I don't feel safe with her being around my kid. I don't feel safe being here with her. And he says, okay, well, we had the conversation. You can leave now. And she was like, what? Are you what? And then he says, is my daughter in your car? Is my daughter in your car? And he starts to walk out there. And she's like, no, wait, no, whoa. And she goes, you don't need to know what's in my car. And Yona looks at Zeruiah and is like, you need to control your husband. And Zeruiah's like, oh, wait, you told me you weren't going to talk to me. What's going on here?
But did you notice that when things got real heated, Zeruiah, you know, she was on one park bench.
Yeah.
Troy was on another. But when shit kind of got heated a little bit, she hopped her ass over there next to Troy.
Yeah.
Because she knows that she's going to be the first person that Yona hits if she starts fighting.
I felt like Yona was pretty calm. And I kind of feel in this situation with all these people, she might be the most stable one, Yona.
Yes. Not stable like us, but of the group. Yes.
Of that group, I think she's the most stable. Yeah.
Yeah, she's correct. She needs to build a relationship with Troy as far as co-parenting because Zeruiah's not there to help at all. Sometimes a step parent can help.
Yeah.
But she's causing so much. She's part of the rift.
Yeah. But also I think Yona does need to try to get to know Zeruiah so
I agree.
She feels okay if her kid's over there.
Exactly.
You know? That's got to be hard. You've raised this kid from age 2 to 9 with no parent involvement. I mean, I think he's, talked on the phone and all that. And maybe she took him to see, but not like living in the house.
Yeah,
2 to 9 is a huge amount of growing and changing. And then to be all of a sudden like, okay, you can take my 9-year-old. I would
not let him do that at all. Like, no, I don't even know you, this version of you. You know what I mean? So a lot of trust has to be built in this situation. Totally. And yelling and screaming on live is not helping the situation out at all.
No, and it's also not going to help them get another season or anything like that. You know, if they want to come back.
I don't think they will get another season. They've been talking mad shit about WeTV.
What have they been saying about that? It's all fake and
fake, and they didn't want to do this. They made us do that, and all this. I'm like, that is not a way to get your check. But go off. And
I mean, if they haven't gotten paid yet and they're breaking all these contracts, then no, you won't get paid.
Yep.
Matt Sharp don't play.
Yep, I don't blame him.
All right, let's go to Kimberly and Joey. So we opened with Kimberly talking from the bed, and he's on the couch vaping. These two nonstop vape. I mean, these people like carry that vape around like it's a security blanket.
Yeah,
both of them. I noticed her with it this week too. So he comes to the kitchen and he's like, Yeah, I didn't do any drugs. Yeah, that test is faulty. So just stop. I ain't doing nothing for real. And she says, Joey, I don't trust you. He goes, well, I got a new drug test. And she goes, what? He goes, you're the same as the other one. Come on, I'll show you. And then, of course, he pees again when she watches him. We don't need to see it. Now, when her hand is on the door because she's watching him pee, so they zoom in on her like engagement ring, and she has a big scrape across her knuckles. And they zoomed in on it. And I'm like, when they do that, I'm like, what are you trying to tell us? Did she punch a wall?
Like a wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, something went down. Most definitely.
So he does another pee test and he passes it. And she's like, I don't understand. He goes, that's how them tests are. You never know. You never know from one day. And she goes, so you've done no drugs. You've done nothing illegal. And I Googled it last night and it says it takes 3 days for cocaine to get out of your systems. He goes, I don't know. Sometimes it takes 2 months for weed to get out because everybody's different. I don't know.
And she's just as happy as a cartoon clam that he passed that test. How stupid. You allow him to go out, get whatever those drinks are that like flushes that shit out of your system. Because he was way too confident walking in that house with his new drug test. Like, but she bought it because she wants to buy it. It really doesn't matter what he does.
And so she goes, but where are you going when you leave the house? Where are you going? And he goes, I just drive around. Sometimes I go over there to the parking center and I just wash my car, and I'm not doing drugs and selling drugs. I'm not doing anything. And I need you to trust me so I can tell you the truth. And she goes, that's not how that works. You don't trust me so you can tell me the truth. I need to trust you. What are you talking about? And she goes, I need the truth all the time, not just like when you feel like it's okay. Then, okay, that's the end of the kitchen scene. There we go. And now we don't know if this next scene is 4 days later, 4 months later. All of a sudden they have a new house and stuff. So it's got to be several months.
That's what I would think.
And also it has to be several months because when she talks about these drug tests, this THC did not show up on their home test.
It didn't. You're right.
So we see her taking him and dropping him off at the courthouse, and he's going to treatment for 90 days, which thank God, that's what he needs.
He needed it. Yes.
We don't know if he's been in long-term drug treatment before or if he's done a 10-day, a 30-day in between jail stints.
Right.
But going into treatment for 90 days is what he needs.
This will save his life and then also save their relationship.
Yeah.
He needs it.
So she said, so she's like crying and she says he got 3 dirty drug tests from THC from using Delta 8. Now, for me, if I got one dirty drug test and realized it was from the Delta 8, I would stop doing the Delta 8.
Yeah, that's what all of us would have done. Yeah.
Okay. But he got 3 in a row, dirty tests.
I'm surprised that the PO officer let him get away with having 1 failed drug test.
And then him explaining the Delta 8 that you can buy in the vape store is a synthetic THC and it will show up. And you I didn't realize that. Okay, well, let me do it 2 more times.
Yeah. He don't give a fuck. He doesn't.
And, she says, Delta 8 that they sell in the vape shops is legal in North Carolina, but it will show up THC on a drug test. So once you have that information, you would stop, but not this guy.
Not him.
And then she also says, whatever he's doing, and this is most addicts, right? Whatever he's doing, he puts his pedal to the metal and goes until he hits the wall.
Yeah.
And I will tell you guys, this is just a total sidebar. Last Thursday, I did an episode with John Hill, and we talked about all the different addiction scenes that we're seeing on Bravo, the women, and then, of course, the situation with Mary and her son.
Yes.
And before we kind of started the conversation, I said, John's in recovery for being an addict, and I, live with someone in recovery for being. We're not doctors. We're just talking about our lived experiences.
Right.
Keisha, I have gotten dozens of DMs about that episode. Just people so grateful that we were just like talking about it, just like you and I are talking like normally, and we're not like shaming or it's terrible or Mary's a bad
and there
mom,
you go right there.
Or he's a bad kid, or we were just like, because John Hill, a person who has a show on Radio Andy, he travels, he's been on Broadway. I mean, he's a very successful person. And he was like, it took me 15 years to get 1 year of sobriety. He was like, wow. I mean, he said he had seizures from doing exactly what Robert Jr. is doing, like mixing Xanax with all the things.
Yeah.
And he was really able to explain like why you would do Xanax and cocaine, Xanax and Molly, Xanax, you know, because his drug of choice, John's drug of choice was Xanax. So he was able to really explain it. And I was really listening, you know, interested, and then also telling it from my point of view as a spouse. Anyway, people just really, really have a lot of people have reached out to me about that episode, like a lot.
Well, I think part of the issue is that people are afraid to talk about it when they're going through it because they are afraid of being judged, because people are judgmental. They're like, oh, that person does drugs, or that person's husband is an alcoholic. They judge you, they gossip about you, and they just don't get it. So they don't listen. And sometimes they don't listen with an open mind. Like, to me, it's a struggle. We all have struggles. You know what I mean? But it's nice to have someone to say, oh my God, someone gets me. I can relate to this. That moment with Mary and Robert Jr. was huge. Huge. To me, I'd rather see, we haven't had a moment like that. I mean,
that's what we were saying. Like on Bravo, we never see anything that like real. It's all like, it's all like the lady screaming, like, you have a drinking problem. Blah. Like we never see this.
Moments like that. I mean, Teresa coming home from prison was a big one. I'll say that. Even Nene, when her oldest son was just going through it, and she's like, I'm going to help you. We love the other aspects of it. We do. That's why we watch. But we also need moments like this because they're more relatable to us. You know what I mean? We love to see the big houses and the fancy cars and the shopping, but that right there mixed in with it. Yeah, that was something. And as a mom, your heart just breaks. Yeah, because you're always scared for your child. Always scared for your child, no matter what it is.
Yes. Can you hear that? Can you hear that running around?
I don't hear anything, Mary Payne. Stop it.
Okay, sorry.
I don't hear nothing.
It sounds like elephants, but it's my dogs.
I know.
I agree with you. And I think it was super important. And I think it really kind of humanized Mary, because I think she's such like a cartoon villain, you know? But that, just like watching it here and then seeing how kind of like, okay, she's affected, the kids are affected, he's going away for 90 days. I think these are like really important things, because whether you have somebody in your family, your best friend's got somebody in their family, or your spouse has somebody in their family, like everybody's got somebody in their lives that's facing something like this.
I mean, you and I have talked about it with our girls, you know, high anxiety and, you know, just helping them navigate through life. I'm fearful all the time, because my kid cannot just, everything is a 10. You know what I mean? No matter how foolish it's a 10. There's tears. There's trying to calm her down. And I will have to say, this year has been one of my best years, is trying to be an understanding mom. Yeah. Because you get so frustrated. Like, what are you upset about? Why is this bothering you? Look at the life that you have. Right. And I had to really talk to myself. I'm like, that is not what she needs from me. Right. I may feel this way. This is not what she needs from me. And it has brought us closer. I'm not going to ever understand her struggles. I'm just not. Yeah. She's not a perfect kid. You know, she's my kid. I love her. But I've had to reach down deep within myself to be a better parent, the kind of parent that she needs me to be right now. And that's hard. You know, it's hard. But I'm like, I've got to learn to understand her better, instead of thinking she needs to do this like this, that like that. And I was like, I got to stop doing that. That's not fair to her at all. Yeah.
And I think that seeing these stories are like super important. So you guys, if you didn't listen to that episode with John Hill, it's really good. It's really funny too, because he's hilarious and there's lots of funny in it, but also we talk seriously. Y'all know I'm all about my meal kits. The fact that I can enjoy a delicious meal without spending forever prepping and cooking is why I choose HomeChef over all the others. The meals are so easy, even for somebody like me. You guys, especially in this holiday season when we're like running and going everywhere, it is so nice to have HomeChef at home, so I can be like, hey, what am I making tonight? This looks delicious. Last night, Dave and I had this like Peruvian chicken over rice. I would have never been able to come up with that by myself. So I was very glad I had HomeChef at home to pull it out, make the recipe, and enjoy a wonderful dinner that everybody in my family will like. I like the classic meal kits, but they also have them for families, and they have them for any of your dietary needs. And users of leading meal kits have rated Home Chef #1 in quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. And it's economical. Customers save an average of $86 a month on groceries. You guys, it's for real, and you know how much I love Home Chef. So for a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 18 free meals plus free dessert for life, and of course, free shipping on your first box. Go to homechef.com/pinkshade. homechef.com/pinkshade. That's homechef.com/pinkshade for 18 free meals and free dessert for life. So anyway, this Delta 8. And so in the talking head, Kimberly says, my life is upside down again. I'm lying to the kids about where he is. And now I'm a single mom again. And I'm tired. I'm tired of it. But I'm the breadwinner again. And what anything has showed me is,
you were the whole time Joey was living with you. Like, what are you talking about? And you're probably saving more money with him being at
That's
rehab.
right, because you don't have to support him. He's getting his meals elsewhere. Yeah. And she says, what I've learned is I can only depend on myself. I got to depend on myself and for me and my kids. And so I guess all of a sudden now we're like, hey, buddy, you like your new house? I'm like, okay, they moved into, how can they afford a new house? What's happening? The $7,000 really put them over the edge?
There were so many questions with this scene here. So, and the time hopping was weird. It's like, huh?
Yeah.
What?
And also you're like, we probably know that you made maybe $30,000 from this TLC show. The WeTV show. So maybe that was enough to get in my house. I don't know. Houses are pretty cheap in Eden, North Carolina, but also she didn't make very much. She gets more money in child support than she makes.
She does. Exactly. Yep. And she about to fuck that up with that damn DNA test.
Sure is. So, Tatum comes over and she shows Tatum around, and Tatum goes, so where's Joey? And she goes, Joey is in rehab. And this is when I noticed she was carrying around like a pink vape. And Tatum says,
Tatum and her fan, I'm hot. That's the first thing she said when she came out. I'm hot.
She comes in, blowing her fan. She comes in, she goes, I'm hot. She comes in and she says, Joey's in rehab. And she explains why with the Delta 8 and everything. And Tatum says, he needs to be sober to be a man, to get a job and provide. And he needs to be sober for that. And Kimberly goes, well, he's doing great. And he's happy that he's there. He could walk out at any time, but he hasn't. But if he walks out at any time, he'd have to go to prison, but he can get drugs in prison. And Tatum goes, but he's not there because he wants to be. He's there because he has to be. And she's like, and I agreed with Kimberly here. It was like, it doesn't matter how come he's there. He's there,
Yeah, he needs to be there.
Yeah. And so Tatum goes, I think you should kick him to the curb. And Kimberly goes, I know, but I love him and he loves me and the kids love him. And, they just started calling him daddy. And Tatum goes, well, that's not good.
No, it's not. It's just like, we both hate it when these women, look, James has been in Skylar's life since she was 6 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
He legally adopted her at 18. You know what she calls him? James.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I've never forced it on her. Neither one of us is like, call him whatever the hell you want to call him. Like, I don't care.
But usually these kids are calling the kid dad before he even gets out of prison.
Gets out of prison. Yeah.
At least with Robert and Tennie, at least it worked out. So anyway, when she says the kids are calling him daddy, and Tatum goes, that's not good. Mm-hmm. And we just told the kids daddy's got to go to work, but they're acting out because they're sad he's gone. And I get it. They are only 3 and 5. So you don't need to be like dad's in a hospital.
God, no. No. Work is the best place. To say he's at.
And then she goes, and I got that DNA test back, but I hadn't opened it. I just put it in a drawer. What if he calls and I've already opened it and he's going to be mad? And then she's like, and then what if I got to pay back all that child support for casing?
Tear it up. Tear it up.
I don't know. Got lost. We don't know. And the talking head Tatum's like, am I surprised that Joey is in rehab? No.
Yeah.
No. Mm-hmm. Kim really wanted to believe he'd be okay, but I knew he wouldn't be. I just want to shake her and tell her to wake up. But anyway, and then we see the clip of her opening it and going, oh, which I think
they are just dragging this out. I mean,
If we don't
it'll be
find
like
out
the
next
last
episode,
I'm done.
I will be so,
Yeah.
well, I'm not. Well, I'll never be done, but still,
We're
I'll
not
be
done.
mad. I'll be mad.
They I don't think that will be the cliffhanger.
It
I think
can't
they'll
be
wait till like
because
the very end of the episode to tell us.
we've got a whole new season of new people.
Yes.
And then to get this information, we'd have to wait like 3 more seasons for like Life After Lockup
Another Life After
again.
Lockup.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to tell us.
They have to tell us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go on to Melisssa and Louie.
Okay.
And both of them liked my post that I made about Louie's
Mhm.
nipple ring. So that was exciting.
Yes.
Okay. And then she liked another post I did. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think I did a post about it was Ariana on the on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day float. It was Ariana from Vanderpump Rules. And I said, somewhere Sheena Shea is in a corner flicking a light on and off slowly singing, good as gold. Yeah.
Is that her song? Okay.
Okay. So Fran, her friend Fran and Melisssa are leaving the bridal shop, and Sherry's going to take Donna home. And she's like, you owe me. And so Fran says, yeah, Sherry and I were talking about the ring. Like, is it real or whatever? And Melisssa, I mean, I can't even believe Melissa's not like, fuck off. She's like, what?
Why are you letting this girl who is in desperate need of a tooth whitening kit?
It's just because she has on black lipstick. She's on black lipstick. I mean, it's not going to look good on anybody. That lipstick was terrible.
It was just, I mean, you have to find the right shade of dark. But like this woman is, why are you allowing them to talk shit about your man?
I don't know.
And your ring.
And Fran's like, well, I hope you got it insured and you have to get it appraised. Now, that is true. You can't be walking around with something like that if you haven't got it. Put it on your insurance right away. So they go to the jeweler who looks at it, and he was like, no, it's beautiful. It's great. Yes, it's definitely real. It's, probably in the low 20s. And they're like, oh my God,
whoa,
how did he get the money for that? Oh my God. Like, that's a lot of pizzas. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So the jeweler comes back out and says, the only problem here is the ring doesn't have the stamping inside that it should, that just says like 14K, or it's a code that they put on it to let you know, and to mark the metal purity, but it is 14 karat white gold. And he goes, it's illegal in our industry. And she's like, illegal? And he goes, no, not like illegal, like you're gonna go, it's like in our industry you have to do this. But of course they snatch on to that word illegal, but it's just like, in our industry this is how it's done, and if it's not done, it makes you think it's shady, basically. Right. And are you sure it came from an authentic jeweler and all that? She's like, I don't even know. So for insurance purposes, it's worth $24,000.
Wow.
So she could lose that shit real quick and get another ring that's $24,000, because this one was only $15,000.
I know.
So now she's all worried about where he got it and everything. And she's like, but I don't want to like ask him and insult him. But I worry with his past that he found an easy way to get this ring. And like, I'm going to need to know for my own peace of mind where he got it. And I would want to know where you got it too. Like, you don't have to tell me what day and how much, just like name the store.
I'll tell you what, James gets me a $24,000 ring. I'm not asking a goddamn question. I don't care if you stole it from an old rich woman. I don't care if you found it on the street. As long as I have that sucker on my finger, that is the only thing I care about.
Oh my God.
I don't need the details.
You hear that, James? So she goes home and talks to him on the porch. Now, I think that during this course of this day, before she got home, I think she stopped off for some lip filler, because did you see she had bruises? She had bruises on her lips.
No.
Yes. I've had lip filler before. That'll bruise you right up. Yeah.
It bruises?
Oh my God. Yeah. Not always. I mean, but for me, because I'm just like thin-skinned old lady, super white. I get bruises I had that Botox bruise here. Yeah. So anyway, she's got a bruise here and a bruise here and like one over here. I was like, uh-oh. Yeah. Anyway, I was really zooming in on that. So she goes, I just wanted to tell you, like, I went to the jeweler. And he goes,
Mhm.
okay. She goes, because I had to get it appraised for insurance purposes. He goes,
Okay.
okay. And she goes, my ring is just so beautiful. And he's like,
Mhm.
And she goes, but the problem is, like, it doesn't have the etching on the inside that says about the metal. And in that industry, it's like illegal. And he goes, illegal? What do you mean? She goes, well, in that industry, you have to have it. And she goes, like,
Right.
did you get it from like a well-known place, or was it like off a truck? It's like, this is some Jersey shit, right? Like, did it fall off a truck?
That's funny.
This is some Jersey shit. And he goes, all I know is I have a receipt and I have the certification that
Yep.
it's legit. And she goes, okay. Well, he goes, I worked really, really hard to spend every dollar I had for that ring to get you exactly what you wanted. And I'm offended. Like, I'm offended.
Yeah. And I don't blame him. I would be too.
And I think all this is probably like a fake for a storyline, but I still think that let's assume it's not fake. He should be offended.
Yes.
So the talking head, he goes, actually, this really hurts my feelings because I would never do anything illegal or put her in a bad situation.
Right.
And I need her to be able to look beyond the fact of what I did in the past to who I am today, which we're 100% sure she is, and that they're fine. And this is fake. Yeah.
I think the fact that he chose to get her what did he end up paying? $15,000?
Like $15,500 or something. Yeah.
He paid $16,000 for her to have a ring instead of getting him some new teeth. That is real love right there.
That's right. Because he could have gotten a full set of veneers that would have looked great.
Yes, he could have, but he'd rather spend it on her ring. So she needs to be quiet.
So I think he should save up for one more year, because look how much money he can save in a year, and get him some new toothies.
I think so too.
Yeah.
That needs to be on his list.
Okay. So Justine and Michael. So basically they go to the doctor, and she's 38 weeks. And she's already been to a high risk doctor, and she's measuring a little behind. The baby is small. Now, before we get into this, do you have any comments on her hairdo?
I am more concerned about how stretched and pulled her scalp is than I am about this high risk pregnancy.
Okay.
That shit has to hurt.
It looked so tight. It looked painful.
It was very tight. Very, very, very tight. Look, when you get braids done, you always know there's a risk that you're going to have a headache for like a day, sometimes two. That looks like her scalp is like trying to pop. It's so freaking tight, especially where the heart is. Like, I don't know how when she said she was in pain, I don't think she was talking about from the pregnancy. I think she was talking about the pain on her scalp. That shit was tight, like really tight, like concerning. I
was watching it going, okay, she's going to have something to say about this. His hair looked good, but hers was like,
never mind. Don't get a facelift. Just go get this fucking brace that Justine has. And everything is pulled back tight. That shit had to hurt. I would literally be trying to take it down on the way home. Like after getting it. There's no
like way, I'm thinking, like, could she put her hands on the side of it and like loosen it up a little bit?
No, it's just she's gonna have to wait, because if she does it with her hands too much, it's really gonna pull it. She's just gonna have to wait it out for it to loosen up a little bit. But
my God.
Woo. Yeah.
So now this doctor says the word baby 1,400 times. She says, baby is low. Baby is measuring small. Baby is ready. The placenta is thinning. Baby is not getting nutrients. Today, baby is not in danger. And the further along we get, the worse it is for baby. In a few days, baby will be strong enough so baby won't have to go to the NICU. Baby is fully developed. If baby needs any help, NICU will be there. You've done a good job taking care of baby. So fucking weird. Why not the baby?
Maybe that's the baby's name.
I mean, I think we have found out the baby's got a real weird name.
Does it?
Somebody sent. Why didn't nobody tell me the baby's name is literally like, Atari Ken. I mean, it's something just like so.
Oh my
weird.
God! Because Manhattan Barbie wasn't weird enough.
Yeah, it's something. It's something real. I need to know Santana, Bentley, and the daughter whose name I just forgot, Kylie. I need to know their full names. Now I need to know their full names.
Oh, like their middle names?
I just need to know the whole thing. Like, is it like Carlos Santana with an H? Is it Kylie Jenner? Is it Is it Bentley car? I mean, like, I need to know.
I'm willing to bet they probably have normal middle names. She got on this extra shit with Mike.
Okay.
That's
I need to know his kids' full names too. I'm going to need all the kids' full names. Somebody look that up and send it to me because, well, maybe I'll just send her. I think I'm going to send her a DM and ask.
I think you should.
I did interview them, so hopefully they still like me.
Hey, remember me? I'm Mary Payne. I interviewed you guys.
I'm a big fan. So she cries because she finds out that she needs to deliver on Monday. Now, we don't know if it's Wednesday or what. Yeah. But it seems like it's probably Friday is what it seems like to me.
Yeah.
And like you need to deliver.
She said something like 2 days or a couple of days.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And they're like, yes, of course she's going to get her tubes tied. And she's crying. She's like, the babies won't even be 1 year apart. So they talk about like why it's important to have all these things in place, like the will and all these things. And that's why it's so important because now the baby's going to be early. And he goes, okay, well, we need your mom to come. Like we just need another set of hands. And she goes, I don't want to ask her anything. And he goes, you have to call her. So she calls her mom, even though she doesn't want to. And now here is how she talks to her mother. Okay. This is reenactment. She goes, Mom, hey, Justine, what are you doing? I need you to fly out here. Okay. Her mom goes, what do you mean? She goes, I'm going through some stuff. It's an emergency. Her mom goes, what do you mean emergency? And she goes, Mom, can you fly out tonight? And her mom goes, wait, what? Tonight? And Justine goes, I told you it was an emergency. She goes, right, but you're not saying what kind of emergency is. So hold on, let me call you when I get out of this appointment. To me, that seemed like a perfectly normal conversation.
I agree 100%. And then you have Mike in the background. Tell her what it is. Tell her what. Yes. Why couldn't she just say, I'm getting ready to have the baby in 2 days?
Yeah. And it's high. There's a huge problem. The baby's not growing. The baby could die. Say what it is. Because the mom goes, well, you're not telling me what the emergency is. All right, let me just call you back when I get out of this appointment.
I thought it was a normal conversation.
I thought it was, I don't know if the mom is in a doctor's appointment, she sells insurance. She's in the middle of making a sale. Right. She says, I'll call you when I get out of the appointment. And the talking head, Justine goes, I have no idea why my mom is so hard on me. It's been that way since I was a kid. You know, I feel like I'll never be able to do enough. And with every pregnancy, she's found a way to hurt me. You know, I had Kylie when I was 17 and she wouldn't allow the dad to come. Okay, well, guess what? You're 17 having a baby that mom's got to take care of now.
Exactly.
She probably wasn't thrilled about it.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably wasn't thrilled about it. And then when she had Santana, she wouldn't come to the hospital until Santana's dad left.
Now, keep in mind, she told us how horrible this man withheld food from her. Yeah. He was abusive to her. So, I get why your mom wouldn't want to fucking be around at the hospital with him.
I agree
in a small hospital room.
Yeah.
I can see the baby when you come home.
And by the way, what is she now? And she's 19, she's 20. And mom's like, I've raised this kid to age 3 and now you're going to have another one.
Yep.
And so, and she says, and then with Bentley, my mom wouldn't even give me a ride to the hospital. I had to walk. Okay. Well, who was taking care of your
dad?
Where's the dad who was taking care of the other kids?
Yeah.
This is not your mom's fault.
I think that, and then she talks so badly about her mom, but remember her mom helped her get the house that they're living in. It's in her name too.
Yeah.
I think she's so used to cleaning up Justine's messes, and Justine is all case in point, having this baby so soon after the other baby. She's always in some kind of mess and then expects for Sherry just to clean it up and be happy about it. That's just not how it works.
And I think if she would have said to her mom, hey, I'm about to have an emergency C-section and get my tubes tied and it's a major surgery, then her mom would have. So the doctor comes in and goes,
flew right out.
Yeah. And so the dogs are barking. I don't know if like UPS just arrived or there's a squirrel or somebody said bacon. I don't know what happened upstairs. All right. So the doctor comes in and says, look, you're going to need to take it easy. We've got it scheduled for Monday. You're going to need to take it easy with the other kids at home. Like you need to take it easy for a couple of days. And he goes, well, you have to tell her, like, she feels like she's super mom and can do everything. And so she starts crying. And I understood this. She feels all this guilt that she hasn't held baby Maddie very much or do the normal, like sit and feed her and go to the park and all that. She said, because, you know, she's also been pregnant. And she goes, but she has to have this birthday party. We got to bump up the party a week. My baby is getting a birthday cake. And he goes, It's the baby won't know. Like it doesn't.
She's one.
The baby doesn't know. You could have the party 2 weeks later and be like, the baby doesn't know.
No clue at all.
In the talking head, he goes, she's got that single mom mentality and everything has to be her exact way. And she's not going to listen. But she's not a single mom anymore. And she's got to get the help. She's putting her health at risk.
Yes.
You know, she had the baby. Everything's fine. Okay.
She needs to be worried about, I think the doctor's like, but you may want to go ahead and take those braids down.
I was going to do, okay. I'm going to do Bianca and Daniel, and then we'll end with Tennie and Rob. Tell the doctor to take the braids down. Okay. I was half listening because I was trying to find my notes. Okay. Let's go to Bianca and Daniel. So she is telling her friend Haley, she goes, yeah, they're at the bar. Daniel and I, we argue a lot, but we have a lot of sex with like no foreplay. But, you know, I'm not on birth control. And if I get pregnant, like it happens, it happens. And, you know, I mean, if I did get pregnant, I'd get a ring. And Haley's like,
how it works.
Haley's like, girl. I mean, Haley's like, what have I walked into?
I'm surprised she doesn't have a fucking billboard made that Daniel doesn't do foreplay. Like 1-800-4play if you can help Daniel out. Because our sex just isn't good. It's like, stop telling everybody that.
1-800-4play.
Please.
So they go to the apartment and Haley meets Daniel. It's like, nice to meet you. I don't know. Is it ha ha ha? And he is very charming. He is. He's cute.
He's very cute.
So Haley goes, so what drew you two together? Like, I know you started talking, you know, when you were in prison. And he goes, you know what? She's been with me. She was with me through the darkest time. And he goes, you know, and she goes, no, I don't know. And he goes, oh yeah, well, I relapsed when I was in prison and she stood by me. And Haley goes, oh, okay. She goes, well, you know, I've been with an addict. And so I understand it's a constant battle. And so are you worried about that? And he goes, Haley, it's not an option. Of course, I'm like, I believe everything Daniel says. Like, why? Because he's good looking?
Because he's good looking, and Bianca's so fucking stupid and greasy that we just automatically assume that Daniel is perfect because at least his hair is clean.
We've seen him shower several times. Yes.
We've yet to see her do the same.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So in the talking head, Haley says, you know, Bianca, she's not living in the real world. She lives in La La Land. And it's just like, if we get pregnant, we'll figure it out. And that's
the worst time to figure it out.
And that's a rough road to try to figure it out. And I think deep down, she knows she's in a hard, bad situation. At the end of the day, she knows she could do better. But for her, it has to be Daniel, and she's all in. And if it fails, then she thinks she's a failure. And I don't know why. I want it to work for her. And then Haley starts crying on behalf of her friend.
She knows that her friend is a little special, number one. And I think she knows how hurt she'll be if it doesn't work out with Daniel.
Yeah. And then she's going to come and live back with her. And she's like, I could use some help with the dog. Come on back.
Right.
So
split that rent.
Haley and Bianca go to bed in the bedroom and Daniel sleeps on the couch. And the next morning, Bianca's like, I just feel so much better now that I had some girl time with you. We got to hang out. And Daniel comes into the room shirtless and was like, hey, ladies. I was like, what? You think he was like,
shirt on?
Maybe I can get something going on here. And then he and Haley chat in the kitchen when Bianca goes to get bagels. And they kind of talk about the love bombing. And he goes, yeah, I can see that it looked that way. Like, yeah, I can see that it looked that way. He goes, because I mean, I had nothing else to do, you know?
Prison talk.
Yeah. I mean, he's agreeing, you know?
Yeah.
He goes, but life's kind of hit both of us hard, you know? And I do regret proposing because we're totally not ready for marriage. So like, I regret that was part of the love bombing thing. And he goes, I do really love her, but I have no idea how long it'll take us to get to that point where we could like get married. And she goes, look, here's the thing about Bianca. She's going to stay in it, even if it's bad, because she's got this picture in her mind of the white picket fence. And I don't even know, like, if you have the same picture. And he goes, yeah, I've got the same picture, but my picture's a little blurry right now. Like it's not
right.
Which I thought was pretty good. And Haley goes, you know, deep down, you know, if you're going to do it or not. And when you know, you have to tell her. And he goes, so you're saying like, if I'm not going to do it, just cut the cord. And she goes, yeah, like the minute you know, cut the cord. So I think Haley is like, look, dude, like you and I both know this girl, It's a little touched. So you don't need to drag this on. So on the talking head, Daniel says, I think Bianca, wait. Okay, Daniel says, I think Bianca confuses the material things that she provides with love. She thinks that's how she shows love. And Haley thinks I'm just dragging Bianca along and that if I'm not into it, I should end it, you know, and if I stop believing, I will end it. And if I don't propose, she'll end it. So we'll just see what comes first.
Well, what came first was he became a personal trainer because, you know, that's what he does now.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I know he's a cheater, but I didn't know he's a personal trainer.
Well, you know, there's that list of male occupations that are the biggest cheaters, and personal trainer is on there.
Okay.
So there you go. As soon as he did that, it's like, okay, now he's a fucking notorious cheater. And then he got blasted on social media. But here's the thing. Even though he's a cheater, people have been taking up for him.
Yeah, I know.
Which shows you how bad people like view Bianca, that they're actually like, oh, thank God he's free. Good for you, Daniel. Good for you. Good for you. You know, that is bad when you have someone like rooting for the cheater. Yeah.
I know. Okay. And then the talking head, Haley says, you know, I wish Daniel would have thought of all of this before he love bombed her and proposed to her and all this. And then we see she takes her to the airport. All right, let's end with Rob and Tennie, because boy, oh boy, you and I were texting about this. I was like, every time they roll this footage, I'm like, has anybody showed this footage to Rob and Tennie? Because they clearly...
And the kids, like, they're all convinced that Kate started this fight.
They're all convinced that Kate laid hands first, and she did not.
And she did not. She did. Like, they continuously... Like... I am ready for them to do some kind of a live where they admit that Tennie started this fucking fight.
Because I think they really, really don't know, because the moment was so heated that they would have to like watch it back. It reminds me of like when Monique and Candace got on that fight on Potomac, and you had to keep watching it back in slow-mo to see what happened, because all of a sudden it was like boom. Yeah. All right, y'all, the most known secret with celebrities and influencers, so many of them have had liposuction. It's lipo. Whether it's a small touch-up or a total makeover, nobody has a perfect body, you guys, nobody. But lipo has changed a lot, and Sono Bello has been at the forefront using their LAL technology and getting these beautiful natural outcomes for each person. LAL is laser-assisted lipo, and the results are incredible. I have been on Sono Bello's website looking at the results, and I'm encouraged, and I'm going to make an appointment for a consultation. And right now, our friends at Sono Bello are offering you their best deal. You're now included in their Friends and Family Holiday Savings event. You're going to get the same price that Friends and Family get at Sono Bello. Their doctors are masters in micro laser fat removal. It's a brilliant technique that removes stubborn fat permanently. Whatever is your problem area, your tummy, your love handles, your thighs, your arms, they can do it all. And it's all gone in one comfortable visit. Eating healthy and workouts are great, and keep doing that. But if you want to lose that stubborn fat in one visit, check out Sono Bello. Save big during Sono Bello's Friends and Family Fall Savings event. Schedule your free consultation now at sonobello.com/pinkshade. Okay? sonobello.com/pinkshade. sonobello.com/pinkshade, and go schedule your free consultation and get on that Friends and Family deal. All right. So Tennie and Rob. So Rob is chatting with the kids, and they're outside, like having breakfast or whatever, lunch. I don't know. And he says, "How do you feel about reconciling with my mom?" And they're like, "I don't know, maybe." And they're like, it's Tennie's first day at work. How do we think she's doing? Yeah. And they're like, I give her like a 6 out of 10. She doesn't know it yet. I mean, it's funny. Now, remember, they've got cameras everywhere. Now, the camera they have outside is literally put up with duct tape. I'm like, did they just add that one for the shoot, you know? Or is that like a production camera?
I don't know. But the obsession with the fucking cameras is just, I mean, she's at work watching the cameras.
I was thinking about that. Like, if I had cameras everywhere in this house, I think you would, within like 5 minutes, forget about it. I think you would just forget about it and go about your day. And I don't want somebody going like, I did see you go back in the pantry for cookies like 6 extra times. Stop.
That's what I was thinking the same thing. Like, how many times do I pick out a wedgie during the course of a day?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't need anyone else knowing that. Like, that's like
Yes.
my thing, or just it's just weird to me.
Yeah. Or I'm on the couch going, boo doo boo boo. Oh, but baby talk with the dogs. I don't need anybody saying that. Yeah.
No. And then like it's not just that the cameras are on, they legit are watching what is going on.
Yeah. Because you could go to that shit and like rewind. Oh, there was motion on the camera. Let me rewind it.
Yeah. It's very odd.
So in the talking head, he says, my mom finally answered, when I called her, and she's going to come over today. And Tennie might not like my mom coming over and being around the kids, but I don't think she really understands. Yeah, she's not going to like it. So now we see Tennie on her first day of work, and she is checking the cameras, and she's like, hold on now. Who is that at my house? Now, you're at your first day of work. We see her answering phones. I was like, girl, this is not a way to make a good impression. And also, she had to have like a camera in her office with her.
Girl, there are criminals who are counting on you to do your job well. Please get off these fucking cameras.
Yeah.
Watch this shit when you go home. Like, this is weird.
But a cameraman was also in her office.
Exactly.
Watching her watch the cameras. So I wonder too, if she said like, I'm on this show and we'll only film me in my office.
She would have to.
But they literally like, we can shoot like for 30 minutes and then they'll be gone. And can we do it like at 6 o'clock or 6 a.m. before the office opens?
Yes.
All right. So there she is. So she's like, who's at my house? So Mom Kate arrives with Rob's brother, Keyshawn. Now, Keyshawn has a Playboy bunny tattooed right here on the front of his neck.
Ugh.
Definitely a prison tattoo because it wasn't a good one. Now, is Rob's brother Keyshawn the one that he ran all the businesses with?
No idea.
I mean, we got very little information about Keyshawn.
We don't know how many brothers he has. Is this a younger brother, older brother? Nothing.
Just like we haven't seen each other much. And that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
So the kids say hello, and then he tells the kids to go inside. So they, of course,
and Kate did apologize to the kids.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yes, she goes, I'm sorry. And when she hugged each one of them, she said, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, that was nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now they go to the upstairs bedroom where they can get a bird's eye view and listen to all the screaming, because that's what I would do.
When I saw them like looking through the blinds, I said, if that ain't me and Mary Payne Gilbert right there.
I do that all the time. If I'm in a restaurant or something, I'll tell my whole family to shush. I'm like, I'm trying to listen to that table over there.
I have done that too. I'm like, y'all don't hear these people behind us having a full-blown argument. I'm like, keep it down. I'm trying to hear her. So like, keep it down.
Pretend you're talking, but look behind me.
Yes. Yes, that's me too.
So so Kate sits outside with Keyshawn and Rob and they're like, we haven't heard much from you. And he goes, look, we decided to move to Yukon because we thought it would be more out of the way and a good place where we could raise our kids and work. And I don't need to be in Tulsa all the time. It's from Tulsa and this area, Oklahoma, are not close together. I
was going to ask how far apart.
Oklahoma City is close to like Yukon, Moore, Edmond, all these places where we see them going. But Tulsa is probably, somebody will tell me, but I think 3-4 hours by car. It's not close.
Okay.
So Mom says, he says, we just wanted to raise the kids and work, and we thought this would be a good place. And she goes, well, I understand that. I do. But it doesn't mean like we can't still be involved in your lives. Right. And she says, I'm hurting and Keyshawn is hurting. And he goes, Mom, I need to just figure it out. Like, I just got out of prison. I can't go to Tulsa and just be there all the time. So Kay says, all I'm hearing is excuses. And I'm just here really to vindicate my name and to say that fight that happened, that's not my character anymore. Mm-hmm. And Rob goes, yeah, it's okay. It's not okay for two women to have grown women to have a fight like that. And it
was a fight.
And she goes, did you think it was okay what Tennie did? He goes, it's not okay for anyone to put hands on anyone, and especially not my mother. So now I'm like, okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Yes.
And then they start this argument that goes back and forth, and Kate starts banging on the table, and Keyshawn's like, oh, let me move these glasses. Let me just move them over here. I didn't know. Okay. About if Tennie touched her in the face first. And Keyshawn says, Mom said she grabbed her cheeks. And he goes, Tennie knows better than that. She absolutely did not do that. And Kate says, she did, Rob. She grabbed my face. And he goes, she's a grown woman and she would never do such a thing, Mom. You know, you started it. You put hands on her first. And Keyshawn goes, Mom said he goes, absolutely not. Now we see once again that they've now shown it for 2 seasons.
Yes, they have.
The fight, the grabbing of the face, she fully did it first. And I remember when I rewatched it, I texted you and I go, oh my God, I just rewatched this. And Tennie absolutely touched her first.
She did, 100%. Like there is, I just need for them to admit, okay, Tennie did start this fight.
I need them to go on a live and be like, you guys, we've been watching this. We absolutely 100% didn't think. I have reached out to Kate and apologized. Now, neither one of us should have let it escalate, but I did touch her first. I didn't like what she said to me, but I shouldn't have put my hands on her. All of it.
I went on their Instagram page 5 times after this episode
just to see
if there was a post about it. I'm like, they're just not gonna say anything about it, which is so wrong of them to do that.
I know. And she likes my posts sometimes now too. Because one time I said, like, you have the most amazing children we've ever seen on television. Right. Like they're like just like little executives going to the office. Like they're so smart. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. I reached out to WeTV and asked for an interview. They never got back to me. So forget it. So then Kate goes completely nuts. Now she starts screaming and cussing and banging. And listen, I don't agree with that behavior. But I do believe that she's like, y'all are trying to gaslight me. I know what happened.
Yeah.
I wasn't drunk.
And she's being falsely accused of something she didn't do. She's being falsely accused of violence.
Yeah. And I'm here to vindicate my name because Tennie touched me first. So Tennie is watching from her office like, oh, that's crazy. I can't believe she's saying that I did that. Me,
and then
paralegal, I would never.
And then she goes, not the crop top.
She did say that. I was like, first of all, I don't think she meant that shirt to be a crop top. I think it just raised up. It was just like a shirt that tied at the waist, And
it looked fine.
Kate looked good. Like I said, she's
good.
She's one mimosa away from a junior league meeting. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So Kate storms off and she's like, I don't want to hear any more of this. I don't want to hear any more of this punk ass, dumb ass, lame ass excuses. Yeah. I'm done. I'm done. Mm-hmm. So she walks off into the house, which probably production had set up in there for microphones and stuff. And so she kind of like walks into one of the bedrooms, like, I got to go. I don't want to do this. So the kids are looking out the window and they're like, are you hearing this? Uh-oh. And Cheyenne says, oh, Mama's going to be mad.
She is. Yeah.
Nehemiah, the smartest child on our television, goes, it's always something.
Yeah, it is. It is most definitely always. And they should have had this meeting on neutral grounds. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
But I mean, those kids, when I tell you,
they're smart.
Something. They're so smart and so
they really are
cute.
Cute.
I love seeing. I love seeing all their Thanksgiving posts. By the way.
Oh yes, they did.
I too was looking.
Thanksgiving pictures. Yeah,
I was looking. I was like, they're gonna say something. Nope.
Nope. Not a word. Not a peep.
So next week on the season finale of Life After Lockup, Louie is talking to Melissa, which we know this is a clipped conversation. This is not how it goes because he says, I want to be your husband, but I'm just a felon. And she's like, I don't know if I can marry you. I think they clipped it out. She's probably saying, if I thought you got this ring illegally, I didn't know if I could marry you. But that they make it look like they're not getting, but of course we know they will. Key Rock says to Brittany, you got all these trackers on me. And she goes, well, you've cheated on me before. So we think she's cheated too, by the way. Remember?
She did. Yeah, I think she did.
When we first saw them, they were like cheating on each other all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like Daniel gets out the ring from Plato's closet and proposes or gives her a promise or I don't know, whatever.
Oh boy.
Troy approaches the car because he's looking for baby Troy. And it seems to be a guy in the front seat.
Oh shit.
Is it a production guy watching baby Troy? We don't know.
Oh boy. Okay.
Tennie comes home because that's what you should do on your first day at work is leave and come home.
Because your mother-in-law is
at your house. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tennie comes home. Kate is there and she's like, nobody told me she was coming or something. Anyway, whatever. I think this was all fake. I think she went in on a Saturday, filmed that stuff, or she went to a fake office and filmed that stuff. And then,
she wasn't working. She took that one little phone call and that was it.
Yeah. I think that was just a fake something. And Justine has her baby. And the baby's name is Machine Gun Kelly. I don't know what the baby's name is, but it's something
I can't wait
crazy.
to hear it. I can't wait
Something.
to hear it.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Oh, you think it's out there?
Yeah, because somebody sent it to me. Justine and Michael, Love After Lockup. I love when AI tries to tell me some shit. Let's see, Justine.
Okay.
Wow. Some of these posts, they just popped up from Reddit, and wow. 1 day ago. Okay, let's see if I can figure it out. No.
So while you're looking that up, the latest controversy with Justine, especially since she had the braids, was people were saying Justine isn't Black. Why is she wearing her hair like that? Like there was a whole thread about it.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And she is half Black. She's already acknowledged that, right? So this one person was just so sure that she's not half Black. She went and looked up something and posted it on there saying, see, Justine's not Black. It was a totally wrong Justine. It said that Justine is a hairdresser. Her and Mike, this is their 9th kid together. It was like so much wrong information. And I almost felt bad for this person because people went in on her for posting that shit. I'm like, this shit is funny right here. The last thing you want to do is get in the group and post the wrong shit.
I mean, first of all, I can't find it. I would literally have to. Maybe I could look at my Instagram DMs. You guys, I don't get I know you get tons of DMs. I don't get that many, but somehow I can never find what I'm looking for in my DMs. I can never find it. And even if I flag it, I can't find it. And why is that? Am I stupid? What's happening? What if I just look up? If I look at my DMs,
I'm gonna let you answer that question for yourself, Mary Payne.
Rude. If I look up the word, if I look up, okay, let's see. Please ask Keisha. Okay, let me just keep scrolling. Oh my God. No, I don't find it. Anyway, you guys, I'm sorry. This was 2 minutes of dumbness. But if anybody finds out that baby's name, DM us. Somebody DM'd me and I cannot remember. And when I tell you it's literally a name like Manhattan Barbie, it's like the Brooklyn Nets. It's like something like that. And they're going to call him Nettie. It's something like so crazy. It's literally something like that. It is something like that.
Oh my God. Those poor kids are going to hate them when they get older. Well, they're going to hate them when they get a kindergarten because no one can pronounce my name. What 5-year-old is going to be able to say Manhattan?
Well, since they call her Maddie, that's cute. But then you think, oh, it's Maddie, M-A-D-D-Y or M-A-D-D-Y-I-E, like M-A-T-T-Y. So then they assume it's a boy. Listen, for people that go through name struggles like you and I, you guys keep it simple when naming your children. Keep it simple.
I agree.
Make it easy for them when they get older.
It's not fun. It's not fun at all.
Well, like I told you guys, I was listening to the Libra Lounge with Keisha before I logged on here and was laughing at her talking about all the food she ate for Thanksgiving. So that's funny. Go listen. Number 1.
Yes. New episode came out Saturday. And I have Kim Zolciak updates because shit has gotten real.
Okay, good. Because I have only listened to like the first 10 minutes while I was cleaning my closet before I realized we should do this recording. And then also I would like everybody to know that Monday night, I'm going to see Wicked. So
we talk about Wicked on this episode too.
Okay, good. Dave's going with me. He said he would only go if we get like the lay down seats. And so we did. We got the, the seats where you can recline and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are y'all going to dress up? Because we
no, I'm lucky I got him to go. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, James didn't dress up, but our guy friend we're friends with, he and I dressed up.
No, I'm not dressing up. I'm not going to buy any special snacks. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just going to go see it. And I got to get the experience of it.
How are you not going to get the green slushy?
Because Dave might, because I don't like stuff like that. That's too sugary for me.
So this is what I do. Okay. I get the slushy and then I get a little bottle of Prosecco.
Okay.
And I mix the two.
Okay. Well, that sounds good.
Yummy.
That sounds good.
Very good. It's very good.
This movie theater, though, sells alcohol. So if I really want a glass of wine or something, I can get that.
Yeah, that's where I buy it from. Like the boys, they order their hard drinks and they sell like a little bottle of Prosecco and I get a separate cup and I mix the slushy and the Prosecco.
Cute. Green Prosecco.
So green. Good.
Cute. Good idea. Yes. Okay. Good idea. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens on Monday night. So this is coming out Monday. And then tomorrow, of course, will be Before the 90 with Kimberly. And then on Thursday, I have Gibson Johns on to talk Bravo. Then this weekend, Amy and I will start our coverage of 90 Day Fiancé, The Last Resort. That's on the $5 level of Prime. On the $10 level of Prime this week, coming out Thursday, starting Sold on Salt Lake City, a new show on Bravo. I'm covering that with producer Ingrid. What do you think of that? I know. Listen, Ingrid knows about that ski life. She knows about like what happens in those. Of course she does.
Of course she does.
And she and I love to talk about real estate. So I was like, let me just get her to do it with me because we love to talk about real estate.
This is exciting. This is just something else for her to put on her resume. Right. I'm sure she's going to tell you how she has taught small poor children from Ethiopia how to ski the mountains of Salt Lake City.
Probably. No matter anything she says now doesn't nothing she says surprises me.
When you first started talking, I was like, this is not real. But then we started following each other on Instagram, like it's all real. Like
she does. What she does. That's what she does. This is our Ingrid appreciation corner. So she will be doing that episode with me. That'll come out Thursday. So that show airs Wednesday night. Sold on Salt Lake City. I've seen the first episode. It's going to be really good, I think.
Really?
You got the Mormons versus the non-Mormons. You got like we've got those like rich Mormon culture people. And then we've got like real estate agents that some are Mormon and some like bash Mormons. And then there's a whole rumor going around that this one girl doesn't like, because she's not Mormon, she's like an evil person. And then that one real estate agent starts that. And some of these people are like super high end. And some people are like, well, that house is only $1 million. Like we get that kind of drama. It's good. It's a good show.
I mean, I don't usually watch real estate shows.
Yeah.
But I may just check it out.
I love real estate shows. I love looking at real estate porn. Love.
Really?
Love. Yeah. I love house hunters. I even like the shitty houses. Yeah.
Okay.
What I really love that show on HGTV called My Lottery Dream Home. And it's the people that win the lottery, but they've never had two nickels to rub together. So in their mind, like what their dream home is on, you've got $40 million and that's what you're choosing. Now, come on now. Yeah, I know, but I'm happy for them because that means also they're saving money.
That's true.
But it's that guy that's the host of it. That is really cute. His name is David something, but he's got these huge neck tattoos with like tigers going like each direction. And one of the tiger's tail like goes right up his neck. It's crazy.
Speaking of that, who was this fine young specimen of a person that you posted on the Pink Shade group who had a suit on and neck tattoos? I don't know, because I just know I want to have all of his babies. Who was that?
So where
is he from?
Sean from Ireland. And he is
what show is he on?
90 Day the Other Way.
Jeez.
He's married to this woman, Joanne. You notice I cut her out of all the pictures. But he's gorgeous. And I do not enjoy a neck tattoo and I do not enjoy a head tattoo. But somehow with him, I don't even care.
I would lick his neck tattoos.
Oh, he's so hot. He's so hot. And he got real like aggro on the reunion, like, I'll fucking kick your ass. You glad you're not here sitting by me? I'll fucking kick your ass. And I was like, ooh.
Oh, man. I may have to go watch this show now. I was like, who the fuck is this?
Oh, and he's like an MMA fighter or something, but also he's got this daughter, Bella Rose, his daughter. He's like a single parent to this like 8-year-old daughter. And they're like super close. And it's really sweet. And, yeah.
My ovaries are talking shit right now. The more you say, the more they're talking shit.
I know.
Wow.
I think he's in New Jersey. You can go find him. Yeah.
And I've been wanting to go to New Jersey.
The two, both he and his wife, and they have a joint account as well. They all commented on my post. About like, haha, that's so funny. And people are like, whoo, thank you for this. And all,
He is something.
He is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's something. Mm-hmm.
One of my Irish listeners wrote and was like, oh my God, these guys are a dime a dozen in Glasgow. They all look like the Glasgow Coke dealers. And Amy Archer wrote under it, guess we're doing a bunkie meetup in Glasgow.
Sign me up. Sign me up. Yes, I will be there dressed in green.
I'll have the guys look like
my titties and everything. I'm just like...
One step
Kiss
too
me,
far.
I'm Irish. Kiss me, I'm Irish. Yes, 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 yes.
Oh my God. Okay. Everybody follow the Libra Lounge with Keisha on Instagram, Facebook, all the places, TikTok, not TikTok. You don't do the TikTok.
I don't know how.
I know. I get it.
I don't get it.
I get it. I know. It's just fun
And then
to
I'm
watch.
afraid that I post something and I get like one like. I will be so embarrassed.
Yeah, I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
So follow Keisha on all the things and listen to her
Mm-hmm.
podcast. This one I was just listening to.
Yeah.
It's really good. And I told you what's happening here on this podcast. Please follow me on Instagram as well. And I'll talk to you next week, Keisha.
Bye.
Bye.